Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let me tell you, these people they were quiet the whole time. When I started doing the intro, all of a sudden they are, I don't know, building what. Anyways, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Rosina Sharon, and today we're going to do a full face makeup tutorial. Yeah, for beginners as always, we're going to do a very beginner friendly tutorial. I don't know which look we're going to do exactly, or we're going to achieve in the end, but I will be with you every step of the way. So before we do that, kindly subscribe, share your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll be reading all of them kama kawaida, and if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. These people are just people. And with no further ado, let us go straight into the video. Okay, we're going to start off by brushing the brows up before we start lining the lower side. And for beginners, where to start lining, follow the edge of your nose the way I just showed you, and then we're lining using the Davis number 3 eye pencil, following the exact shape of the brows. And to line the upper side, we're going to first level. Don't drag the brows down, okay? Just level it so it gives you a guideline on where exactly to line the upper side of the brow, so you don't overline or underline. And then again, we're going to leave a bit of space around the inner corner so the eyebrow appears a bit more natural. And then after that, before we start filling in, we're going to use this eyebrow wax from Shaarz Cosmetics, and we're just going to use this product to brush through our eyebrows before we start filling in. And make sure it has dried out completely first before you start filling in using the eye pencil. And to fill in, we're only filling in the areas where we feel like there is a space, and around the inner corner we are going to slant the eye pencil just a bit, and then please use very little force, especially for the inner corner, because we just want to create that shadow. And then after that, to clean the eyebrows, we're using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn, and use a flat brush. When you're applying product onto the brush, do it side to side so it does not accumulate on top of the brush, okay? And then leave space around the inner corner. For the inner corner, we're going to use a foundation instead of a concealer. So to clean, we're just going to clean that, and then around the inner corner, we're going to use a foundation that matches our skin tone, so it's easier to blend in with the foundation later. Another thing, always drag your concealer down as you clean. So before we start applying eyeshadow, we're going to set the lids using the Plouise eyeshadow base in the shade number Rumour 1, and we are going to start applying that starting from the lower lid going up. So most of the product is concentrated on the lower lid. As you go up, it just blends into the concealer we used prior. And for eyeshadow, we're going to use the Shaarz Watch the Queen Conquer eyeshadow palette. Let me tell you, ever since they sent me a PR package, I have fell in love with this eyeshadow. And we're going to use this shade starting from the outer corner going towards the inner corner, and as we go towards the inner corner, we're concentrating that on the upper lid, okay? Start off by using a smaller brush, guys. And for beginners, where your eyeshadow should stop, you follow the lower lash line. That is exactly where your eyeshadow should stop. And to blend that in, we are going to use that shade. And then when you're blending, use circular motions with very little force, and make sure your brush is lying down in that angle, okay? As you do the inner corner, blend it downwards. And then after that, on the top side, you can just use a finishing powder that matches your skin tone. And then after that, we're going to use a smaller brush and a darker, and please, when you're going to darken at the outer corner, make sure you use a dark brown, not black. And then after that, you can go over that, just blend everything in together before you move on to the next step. And when you're darkening eyeshadow, use a smaller brush. And then after that, we're just going to blend in the crease region. We're not going to apply product on top, just blend it in, then going to use this shade to apply that all over the crease region. And all these eyeshadow shades I've used are from Shaarz Cosmetics, and let me tell you, this eyeshadow is amazing. Can you guys see that color? Amazing. And then after that, I'm just going to apply a glitter liner, but I'm going to use glitter instead. So I'm going to start off with glitter glue first, and then on top of it, just where I apply the glitter glue, I am going to apply glitter on top, so it appears like a glitter liner but more pigmented. Next, I'm just going to show you guys a technique that is going to give you a wing-like finish without it necessarily being a wing. So first step, draw a very slender line as close to the natural lash line as possible, just one single line. Then after that, use a cream eyeliner. It's very important for you to use a cream eyeliner instead of the liquid eyeliner, and just draw a somewhat like a wing line. And then after that, connect that from the middle part of the line you drew, connecting it onto the line you started off with. Then after that, use a very small brush to blend the cream into the eyeshadow. And after you're done with that, you remember the shade we used to darken the outer corner? Use that shade on top of that liner and blend it into the eyeshadow, and it is going to create such an amazing wing-like effect. And then after that, I'm just going to apply mascara before I apply my falsies. So moving on to the face, I'm going to start off with the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid on my bare skin, and I had to change the cameras, guys. I was using a camera prior and now I'm using my phone because the camera decided to fall down and I spoiled my own camera. Can you imagine? Then after that has set, you can move on to moisturizing, and I'm using this smooth face cream from Shaarz Cosmetics, and I'm just going to apply that all over my face. Again, allow it to set first before you move on to the next step. And guys, please tell me, do you prefer this setup or the other setup? I prefer the other setup personally. But then after that, after the moisturizer has set, we're going to prime using the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. And for me, because I have dry skin, I'm just going to apply that around my T-zone area. And when you're applying primer, tap it in. Okay, don't use circular motions placing it into the skin. Tap, tap, tap until it blends into your skin, and then allow for the primer to set first before you move on to foundation. For foundation, I'm using Fenty Beauty in the shade 420, my all-time favorite. And if you're going to use a brush, start off by dragging that foundation down like that first, and then blend it in. Don't do dot 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 all over your face before you start blending. Okay, it's going to create patches. So start off like that, and then avoid using fresh product around your under eye. And then the product remaining on the brush after you have blended is what you're going to use to blend in the neck. Okay, so you avoid using too much product around the neck region. And repeat the same process on the other side of the face. And when it comes to blending foundation or in your forehead, start in between the eyebrows, and as you go just above the eyebrows going up, blend it left to right, right to left, like that. Okay, it is going to blend in very nicely, and that is going to make you avoid using too much product around the hairline. And then around the nose region, use very, very, very little product. Okay, you can just use the product remaining on the brush around the nose. And then after that, to highlight, I'm just going to use the very same concealer I used to clean the brows, that is LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. And for highlighting the under eye, just place the concealer on the inner corner and outer corner. That is enough. Again, I'm going to blend in using a brush. I've already taught you guys so much about blending using a beauty blender, so I am teaching you guys how to use a brush as well. Okay, and then take your time to blend. Take your time, especially when you take your time to blend. Make sure it has all blended in completely fast before you move on to the next step, especially if you're a beginner, because this concealer dry out very, very quick. So blend it in immediately as you go. And then around the bridge of the nose, use very little product. 3 dots is enough. You don't have to highlight the forehead, but if you must highlight less, if you have a big forehead, highlight more if you have a small forehead. And then after that, to set, I'm just going to use finishing powder that matches the tone of the concealer. Okay, if you use a concealer that is 2 shades lighter than your skin tone, use finishing powder that is 2 shades lighter than your skin tone to set the areas where you highlighted. And next, to powder contour, I'm just using this palette from Shaarz Cosmetics. I'm going to mix these 2 shades because I don't want it to be too dark. For beginners, if you don't know where exactly to contour, you can place your hand like that, and then your contour should end in that line on the thumb as I showed you guys. And then the technique here is lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, and then always blend it upwards, not downwards. Always start contouring from the hairline coming down to the cheeks, never from the cheeks going up. Okay, and then to contour the forehead, we're going for a bit of a lighter shade, not too dark. Don't go for a very dark shade to contour your forehead. I beg, it's going to look very, very funny. So go for like a shade darker than your skin tone, same as the nose contour, just 1 shade darker than your skin tone. So for nose contour, you're just going to place 2 lines where your eyeshadow stops in that angle, so it gives you a guideline on where exactly to draw the contour lines going down. And as you draw the contour lines going down, make sure it is a very straight line on both sides. Okay, so it needs to be very symmetrical. And then after that, use a cleaner brush to blend that in, so you avoid harsh contour lines. And then on the upper side of the nose contour, you're blending into the eyeshadow. Okay, upper side you blend into the eyeshadow. As you go down, you just blend it downwards. And then here I was just creating a shadow on the under eye, and use a very small brush and use very little product. If you must do this, use very little product. You don't want it to overpower the whole eye look. And then after that, you can use a finishing powder that matches your skin tone, and then just blend the whole face in with that. After you're done with that, you can set the whole face using a setting spray. I'm using the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is the original version, okay? The original. It's very good. And please don't apply it too close to your face. Give it a bit of a distance. And then after that, I'm going to apply that. It has that blush effect, but you know, it has shimmer to it, so it gives a highlighter kind of feel. And then to highlight the nose, I'm just using the Juvias loose highlighter. Use very little product, okay? And then after that, I'm moving on to the lips. I'm starting off with lip lining using this. This is an eye pencil, actually. It's very dark, so I had to go over it with a brown lipstick because it was looking too dark for me. Okay, and then after I was done with that, I just applied this nude shade. It's Scorpio from Ordinary Cosmetics, because I wanted to go for a nude feel, and then applied clear gloss on top of it. And that would be it for me today, guys. That would be it for me. Let me know what you think about this whole look on the comment section down below. I hope you have learned something from this video, and let me know which setting do you like, the phone or the camera setting for the video. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do so, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next video. Bye.